I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks. 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
This is the Universal Wrestling Podcast. Inside the ring. Outside the ring. It's all here.
We're talking about the greatest sport of all, professional wrestling. Come on.
And now, here's Nick and Keith.
There we go. Welcome back to the Universal Wrestling Podcast. My name is Nick. His name is Keith. And we're back, baby. We are back. What's good, brother? How you doing?
Same old, man. Trying to savor it. I start work back again on Tuesday.
Oh, no.
Not looking forward to it.
But they pushed it back, right?
So either pushed it back or just my own stupidness wasn't paying attention.
Oh.
But either way, I don't go back until Tuesday now. I thought I was back on Monday.
Oh, okay.
I'm back on
Well, that's
Tuesday.
a good little surprise, I guess.
A little extra day. Pack all the last bits of fun in. How about you? How you been?
Good, man. Good. Just house hunting, dealing with the baby, all the fun things in life. It's just incredible with the interest rates. They're at 7.5 right now.
Dude, it's crazy.
7.5. It's like,
It
why
is.
even try?
It's crazy out there.
Yeah. It's sad. And of course, we're doing it during the time we're trying to find a babysitter, having a baby, you know. It's just a lot. It's just a lot.
We've tried to set a goal because like we're cool here for now and everything, but this isn't forever, and we don't have. If we do end up having another one, we don't have enough room. So like our goal is by the time Marty starts kindergarten, because like you don't want to like start a kid in one school district and then be like, all right, cool, go to a new one, especially that young. Like
absolutely not.
Get in somewhere and cool. So we got some time, but.
That's good. Yeah.
It sucks.
And where was that concert?
We were at the Tweeter Center, or what is it now?
Oh,
Freedom Mortgage Pavilion.
Danny Boy was just there for another concert last night.
Oh, they have some bangers. I think Avenged Sevenfold was just there.
That's
last
who it
night.
was. That's who it was. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I saw that when we were waiting in line going in. I was like, oh,
the
damn.
poster? Yeah.
I would totally come back for that.
Let's do it.
Relive high school all over again. I could find my weird
there we go.
My
what up,
belt somewhere.
What up, boys? Graydon, Thom, how you guys doing?
Oh, I love when Tom pops in.
Yeah.
Little lunchtime podcasting from down under.
Yeah. Well, let's get to it. Let's get to
man.
our favorite part. Here we go, baby. Let's promote, baby. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
The Bloodline Entertainment Network. That's where you're watching us, either there or YouTube, UWPOD's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, whatever. We're there.
Can't escape us.
We're going to keep beating the drum here. Ethy boy.
Let's do it.
We got entertainment. We got sports. We got UFC. We got movies. We got trailers. We got video gaming with JD and the tribal chief of podcasting, Devin. So a lot of really good things here. And, of course, us. We are on
we're here.
The Bloodline Entertainment Network. So check us out. Again, you see the links. You'll see the links throughout the show at the very bottom of the screen. It'll give you links to Twitch, Kick, Twitter. Join the team. Join the family. And let's get to the next part here. WrestleBread is going live tonight at 9 p.m. EST with JD. She's talking AEW blood,
the first lady,
guts, Yeah, buddy. And then right there, we just talked about Thom and his counterpart, Alan. We'll be back again. They are on a little bit of a hiatus. They are taking some time. We know that
all too well.
Very helpful. We took 3 weeks off for you, with about 3 weeks for me. It's necessary. Life is first, family is first. We don't have to get into that. But they do really, really fun watch-alongs.
Hell yeah.
The broadcast. So get there and watch it. I'm just trying to waste some time till I find. There we go. Let's get to it. Wrestling news of the week.
They're gonna get their monkey asses whooped tonight.
Wrestling news of the week.
Yes,
we're nothing if not honest here. We're nothing if not honest.
Let's get the some of the chat going here. Dom, thank you for showing up, brother.
What's happening, boys?
It's either Tim or Devin. Timmy, Devin, thank you.
Take them both.
Thank you for chiming in over there. We got me. Yes, we also have Dom, Grandma Wendy, and Bruce. Who won the Jeopardy? Was Bruce the Jeopardy winner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah, he was.
Nice. My man, Bruce. Top Rope Wrestling Talk, the best Instagram handle in the game. Friday nights right here, 8:30 on the Bloodline. Mr. Hat himself, Dylan is back. What's up, boys? Oh, shit. Justin's back, baby. Justin.
We can begin.
We made a video specifically for you, and I'm going to play it now. Justin, we're going to need some help. We're not going to get everything correct, so that's why we got this, brother.
The man, the myth, the legend, the savior.
Yes.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
And we could really say the opposite. Great segue, Nick. Thanks, Keith. We could say the opposite for the Judgment Day. Kicking ass, taking names. Man, we thought this group a few years ago or a year ago, whenever Edge took over and became the leader, we thought, you know what? Okay, it's cool. Edge is back. They gave him something. Now he's gone. And it's just something special to see. And I know there's rumors around, but they're saying that this is the next big thing when the Bloodline is over. Not the network, the Bloodline, the story. When that is over, this is their successor. And, man, I'm going to eat my words because I was bad-mouthing Dom. I was saying the Judgment Day, come on, they can do better separate. But as together, I mean, look at it. Dom is the new North American champion. Finn is going one-on-one with Seth at WrestleMania. They're going to main event WrestleMania. That's a big deal. Rhea, obviously, I mean,
SummerSlam, not WrestleMania, but that's all right.
Yes,
you're good.
Yep. Justin, Keith was there a little bit for you. SummerSlam. Rhea Ripley is your champion. I don't know if she's considered Raw or SmackDown, but she is your woman.
She's the world women's champion, and then Asuka's the undisputed. I think Justin will let us know if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
Word. And Tuesday night, man, Judgment Day.
Yeah.
You know, they're not only taking over the WWE, they got the NXT too. He is the new North American champion. Yes, he is Dom Mysterio, and it is just fun to see because this guy, and we say it all the time, Keith, that guy has good heat, that guy has bad heat. This guy, Dom, has the legit heat, the heat that you want from the fans, where it's not bad heat, go away, Ronda heat, as in like I don't ever want to see you. It's I enjoy you being the heel, I enjoy you being the villain, and hell yeah, win some championships. I've just talked for 2 minutes. Let's hear it, brother.
You're good, man. Now, the craziest thing, first of all, he does have the right heat because the year before or the week before when they first showed up down in NXT, and as soon as Dom tried to talk, they just boo. They boo over him entirely, you know? So he's got it. He's got the right heat and everything. It's great. And then I still am kind of in disbelief that he won it, man. I'm not saying I dislike it. And when he did win it, he got a huge pop too. Like for all the booing they did when he tried to talk, they blew up for him, which was awesome. I'm all for it. I kind of we talked about. Hey,
he showed up
here.
Yeah,
What's up, bud?
Don't watch the 2 episodes ago. All right, Kyle, my bad.
But we,
I
mean, we talked some smack on him or whatever, and kind of said like, oh man, maybe he should have started in NXT. So he's there now, and that's fine with like a bunch of stuff behind him too, which is awesome. I think it's great. I think I've said on a stream or two before in the past and maybe gotten some heat for it and whatnot, and I'll say it again and keep taking the heat for it. But like, within a couple of weeks of Wesley winning the North American title, I was like, I'm kind of over this. He's great in the ring, but like, his character annoys and bores me.
I don't think he knows what his character is. I don't think
he bores me to death. Like, he's awesome in ring, but like as soon as he picks up a microphone, I'm just like, I'm over it. I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
Which I can separate the two, but like sometimes I just like can't. Like, it's just like, it's exciting to see him in the ring, but like, so like I was stoked to see him win it. I mean, he needs work still. He does like good with everything on the mic and everything, but like he still needs work in the ring. So it's good that he's down there with everyone else that's learning and get him learning.
Yeah. Now, Solo, that's who I wanted to bring up. This happened with Solo. He won it, and then he joined Judgment Day, or excuse me, the Bloodline. Maybe I'll get a group right or a pay-per-view right this episode. He joined the Bloodline, and it made sense not to have it. I thought it was cool. I thought maybe that would have been nice to see him with a title with that group that had all the titles. But plans changed. I don't know. Maybe they didn't want the North American champion on the roster. But I think it could be something cool to see, to have the North American Championship on the main roster, bring that up with Dom and see where that goes. I mean, it's just another title that we need. I mean, they need, because again, Gunther is not losing that. Maybe to Drew, but as of right now, even if Drew does win, he's going to hold that for a little. So having another title, I think that would be cool. What do you think? Is it too much?
I mean, Justin
just replace it.
Justin brought that just up, right here. I mean, I'm into it. Like I said, I was like happy with the move just because of my own feelings and whatnot on Wesley, but like, it is a little bit like questionable because I mean, I think it's just like I think the problem with it is that like the problem is like it's kind of confusing like how they're treating NXT now. It's like it's a third brand, but like it's developmental, but it's its own thing, but it is related to this, but it's not a call up, but it is, but it's so it's like all of this like Dana Brooke's there now and is supposedly an inspiration for somebody, which like Jesus, you couldn't pick a worse inspiration. Corbin is like talking to himself. That's his new gimmick. I don't know what that was. That's weird. The Lethal Lovers or Los Lotharios, whatever they call themselves now, they
and now they're breaking up.
They breaking up too. Yeah. So like, it's just like becoming this like weird thing. So it's like, cool, you're bringing Judgment Day there, and I guess maybe they're trying to get the views on it because like hearing, it's like a YouTube thing now. That's why we had our thumbnail today that was giving Great and Nightmares. Like you put Rhea in a thumbnail, people are going to click on it. So like put Rhea on a TV show, people are going to watch it. Like
yes,
there was starting to go. I don't know if anybody else saw it. There was like the clip from WWE of like her backstage after it, like walking past, and she just goes, "Mommy always is on top" or something, and it's just like that's it. I mean, that's gonna get a billion views of just people replaying it over and over and over until they're sweating profusely.
Yeah,
like so. I think maybe that's what they're doing, but it is. I agree with Justin a little bit that maybe it is a little bit of overexposure with the Judgment Day. And like, I don't know. It's a weird one. It's cool. Like, I'm glad that it happened because of my stuff on Wesley. But like, I don't know. Like, maybe the idea is like, well, with Dom having it, Dom shows up on Raw, next week with the North American title on his shoulder. Like, oh, they're just like, oh, well, what's that belt? It's NXT. I don't watch that, but everybody probably does anyway. But like, if they don't, like, maybe it draws them in, and okay, but
Let's see what Kyle has here. Yeah, I think that's
true. Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
What did Street say?
But in that same vein there, Kyle, just like our boy Cage here said before.
My bad.
You're good. Like Cage here it's like is Dom just going to be transitional? Like they're going to give it to Ali at the Bash like next weekend too, and then it's like, well, that's not elevating anybody. I mean, Ali, I guess Ali does need to be elevated, but like, I don't know.
He has a new look too. I guess they're just trying different things. I mean, the people that you named, they do need help. I mean, yes, Corbin's been on the main roster for a long time. Dana's been on the roster for a long time, but they're just not clicking. I don't know if it's the lone wolf gimmick. I don't know if Dana has to go back with Charlotte. I don't know what it is, but they do not know. They do not know what they're doing. So you go back down to NXT and Kyle's point exactly. You give them the little rub. You help the other the superstars there. I hate saying superstars. You help the other superstars there.
Right.
Let's hear it.
But it's like, but that rub, like we were just talking about, like that rub only works if it's like somebody that's worth it, like the Judgment Day and Rhea and stuff. But like, what is Dana Brooke rubbing to do anything? Yeah. Like, you know, I don't mean to keep ragging on her, but like that's the biggest thing is like, what's Dana Brooke rubbing for anything? Ali is great, but like kind of the same thing, man. Like, what's he rubbing? Because like, you know, is he coming down there to give shine to the fact that he was part of what the hell were they called? Retribution? Or whatever, that weird thing. Like, you know, exactly. Thank you, Kyle. Like, you know, I love it. There's like ways to do it, but it's I don't know. Yeah. It's gotten confusing. But like Kyle also said, I agree with this all happening just, you know, 2 days ago, 2 days, whatever. It just happened, and it's like everyone's talked about the North American title so much more than like the majority of Wesley's time, even when Ali and Tyler Bate were going at it with him, and Ali was the weird special guest referee that was like crooked but wasn't crooked but was and then didn't, and then slapped them both and whatever all that nonsense was. So I don't know.
I think it's all the above. I think they're trying to get eyes on the program. I think, you know, it does help to have your champion or one of your champions go one-on-one with a main roster guy. I don't know if Ziggler worked for Braun Breaker, but I think Braun is he's in a different category. I think he's been ready. I think he's ready to be called up. I just don't know what you do with him because he is a contender, you know, look at him. Right. He is a contender. He's built the his mic work really, really good on the mic. In ring, I mean, come on, it'll get there. You know, Dom's still trying his hardest to be fluent in the ring. I know he can put on a good match if it's a tag team match, maybe, but I'm getting into it. It's cool. Again, what Kyle said, got us talking. We haven't talked about, you know, the North American Championship this many times, I guess, on the internet. They're seeing the buzz, they're seeing the views. It's a big deal. It helps Judgment Day because it makes them more of a threat to the Bloodline and just to the WWE itself. I mean, that is they are contenders. I mean, Finn, I don't think he'll win at SummerSlam, but now having another title in the group, you know, you think twice. Seth complained on Logan's podcast, my neck, my back, you know, blah, blah, blah. Everything is hurting. Everything is hurting. So, I mean, it could happen, but I'm all for it. I'm all for it because I think this is good for Dom more than it is for NXT. I think this is what Dom needed to make the next step in becoming not just Rhea's counterpart, not just Rey Mysterio's son. Yeah. He is a champion. And I dig it.
Yeah. Well, and I just had this thought too, like, even if it is something where they make him transitional and Ali wins it from him next week, like that's still just the same way that he got arrested for a night and then he was hard time prison Dom and everything like that. I can see the same thing being that. Like, I can see the same thing of him having it only for the week, losing, and just being like, my 1 week was the greatest North American title reign that's ever happened to NXT.
And he could pull it off, too.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Going right into that same kind of vein of stuff.
Yeah, but, he could lose it. You know what, people? I mean, Dan, I'll disagree with you there. 2 weeks, I think he could lose it next week, and it doesn't matter. I think just the idea of him winning helps the group, helps, you know, if you are a producer, if you are someone backstage in the back office of the WWE, you just want views. That's what they're looking for. That's what they're working for every day. So again, Does it help NXT? Does it help Dom? I'm leaning a little more towards Dom. I think it's a more of a threat when your group just adds another title. I mean, we got the Money in the Bank. We got the Women's Universal Upside Down Supply, whatever, championship. And you got Finn going one-on-one with Seth at SummerSlam. So it's promising. And like I said, I brought it up. I wouldn't mind if they brought this title up to the main roster. I think Gunther is going to beat Drew at SummerSlam, and he's going to hold on to that title for a little bit longer. Give the other guys a chance to hold this title. This title looks cool too. I dig it. And then you could just replace it with, France or Italy title in NXT.
I mean, the other title, though, on the main roster is supposed to be the U.S. title, but they're not doing anything with Theory.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Hey.
Strange things going on.
I haven't heard that in forever. Thank you, Ivan. Good point there. Let's get to the next topic here. Cody's documentary. Oh, my God. Yeah. It's been in the works for years. Vince McMahon flew to his house just to talk to him. It was the hardest decision of his life. Get the hell out of here. Come on, man. It wasn't hard. Yes, Vince, I'll work with you. I will, wrestle Seth Rollins 3 times, have a great match, Hell in a Cell with my limb falling off. I will go one-on-one with Roman and maybe beat him at some point in his career. I like it. I think it's going to be interesting to hear about his dad. They keep teasing that with Trips. They keep teasing it with a lot of people saying, well, he is Dusty's son. That's hard to live up to. Is it? I don't know. But it's going to be interesting. I think, what was the last documentary they just did? It was really good. So good, I forgot. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Hold on.
Well, they did. I know they did last year or whatever. They did the series of biographies on A&E or whatever.
Yeah, but they did one. Oh, Rick.
Right.
Yes, it was Ric Flair. And that was still kind of weird. It was
that was the 30 for 30, right? On HBO.
Oh, Peacock.
No. Oh shit!
I think that's
right. I totally missed that.
Trips took over, and he was like,
"I got
to get my guy
Gotta get him back.
in the
Gotta
spotlight."
get my guy in there. Yeah.
I mean, what are your thoughts? It's cool. It's going to be interesting. I love what they've done on Vice with the Dark Side of the Ring. That's totally separate.
I haven't watched any of this season yet. I got to catch up on that.
It's not as good. It's very watered down, but I mean, that's what you have to do when no one can, go and do interviews. Everybody WWE said you can't do it. AEW told Jim Ross he can't do it. So
right.
I don't know. But let's hear it.
I'm curious though. So the Ric Flair one, maybe Justin will get on this one for us. So we'll signal up for him, but. Was the Ric Flair one a Peacock one like this is? Because that was the most interesting thing about this whole announcement for me, was that it was like a Peacock original American Nightmare becoming Cody Rhodes, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't branded as WWE, which I know it's kind of splitting hairs, but maybe because it's Peacock based and not WWE based. If Rick's wasn't also, I don't know.
It was
maybe touch into more of the the AEW and All In and all that kind of stuff. That'd be really cool. Him talking, him going over more and going more in depth about going to Ring of Honor and winning the Ring of Honor title from, I think he won it from Jay Lethal and then lost to Dalton Castle and stuff. Working with all those guys. It'd be cool if they touch into more of that and show some of that in a positive light. Right. Obviously, it's going to get him over more. It's going to be cool. I mean, with few exceptions, with very few exceptions that I can think of, I love a wrestling documentary.
I do too.
I'm reading not Ric Flair's. I'm reading Bret Hart's autobiography right now, and it's already nuts. I'm not even 2 chapters in, and that whole they're all nuts up there. So I love digging deeper into all that kind of shit.
Yeah,
I'm going to be all for it. I'm totally going to watch it, even though I didn't watch the Ric Flair one. But I feel like I've heard Ric Flair's story a trillion times. He was one thing, he was bigger, then he got in a plane crash, and he lost weight, and then he changed what he did, and then he's been a champion a bunch of times, and he showed his dick on a plane, and now he has a daughter.
Did you see the fact on the bottom?
Justin is a certified statistician, absolutely.
For the UWPod. Yep.
But it's going to be good. I think
I'm just over the push for Cody. It's I want him to beat Roman. I think it's going to happen. I just think it's just too much. It's kind of like Logan, in my opinion. I don't need to see him every pay-per-view. I don't need him to do these amazing athletic, flips and jumps. I don't need to see it. It's too much.
I feel you. I said that around, like, I think even before Mania, I had dropped that about just like, I'm kind of getting over like Cody's rah-rah everything stuff. So like, I'm with you, but it's still going to be good. Dom, I hear that, but the thing is that I'm a cheap dude and I don't like to buy paper, like hardbound books. So I got to wait until they come to the library, and Mox's book has not gotten into the library yet. So I'm probably gonna have to buy that one. And there's a new one coming out in like, I think it's on Monday, actually. Todd Gordon wrote one. The real owner of ECW, Todd is God, has one coming out. I got to get that too.
Nice.
But yeah.
I don't know.
Love a wrestling documentary. Love a wrestling biography.
Yeah. I gotta download the audio. Yeah. I can't read. I mean, I can. I just don't want to.
The Bret Hart one is like daunting. Bret Hart's autobiography is like the size of a fucking Bible. It's huge.
Yep.
And I mean, there's like chunks that have like pictures in it and stuff, but it's just like, it's wild. I just finished reading about how when he went to Puerto Rico with Smith Hart back in like 74, I think it was, or 77, and like how wild it was, and like getting dysentery was left to like wrestle and shit, like just wild stuff.
Yeah. Again, I'm gonna watch it. Kind of like I watched the Ric Flair one, and it was so one-sided. They didn't talk about TNA. They didn't talk about anything that Dark Side of the Ring got into. So it was just very biased, very WWE only.
Well,
he retired after the match with HBK. It's like, no, he didn't.
But the less said about Flair
for him, yes.
I mean,
it is going to be interesting. I hope they do get into it. I know they discussed what's the show, BTE? Yeah, with the Bucks. They do they get into that. They get into the relationship with Cody and Bucks. So that'll be interesting. I want to hear more of that. Again, it's going to be more one-sided. It is Peacock. Peacock owns USA. WWE is on the USA, and of course Comcast. You don't have to get into that. It's going to be interesting. I'm just like, if I hear that one quote again in that little clip,
finish the story.
It's like, just give me a break. It wasn't a tough decision. No one wanted him in AEW. I mean, am I wrong? I mean, even the fans were booing him. I mean, even him saying that I don't ever want to challenge again for the AEW title. I mean, his time was up. It was not a difficult decision, and he does not have a really hard time making a name for himself, even if he is Dusty's son. I think Charlotte may has had a harder time getting over just because she's more disliked. But let's hear it.
No, I think if Cody had turned heel toward the end of his AEW run, it would have been good. I think if he had turned heel and like did like the really leaning into like early Kurt Angle heel work, or just like, why are you booing me? I'm an American hero and everything, because like that was kind of what he was doing anyway. He was trying to be like an American hero without anything to really fall on as being a hero. Like, but if he had done that and kind of leaned into it, he'd have been great and could have stayed in AEW. I'd have been all about it, but we'll see what it is. Like I said, I'm gonna watch it. It'll be something that I'll have on.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
We'll go for it.
Keith, you said, Nick, we got to talk about blood and guts. I mean, we can talk about the entire show or specific matches or this match that we see.
We'll stick mainly. I'm mainly thinking of the match itself, the one.
Let's get to it, baby.
Yeah, I don't know how anybody else felt. By all means, let us know here. I thought this was the weakest blood and guts match so far. Like they brought out a lot of stuff early on, like Moxley pouring the bucket of glass out like immediately when he got in the ring. Like they had some more like brutal stuff going on, but like I felt like last year's, especially the JAS one, when Menard and Parker were like just covered. Like it was so much more bloody. Like I feel like the past ones have been better. This one was kind of like, it was fine. The craziest thing was when Moxley brought up the friggin' plank of nails and threw Kenny into it. When he threw Kenny into it, and then it bounced and like scraped Kenny's back as it fell down. That was the only spot in the whole thing that I was just like, oh, like holding my baby, like holding my son sleeping, just like,
yeah.
But outside of that, the rest of it, I was kind of like, all right. And then like Pac leaves, and then Takeshita leaves. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
This is kind of whack. But it was all right. The main thing I texted you about that I wanted to get like some thoughts
rules
on too was, so like I never understood, because it's even in when they do it in War Games. I'm pretty sure it was back in the day with War Games too. It's like, oh, the War Games advantage, such and such team won. So when it goes from 2-1, they have the first extra member, so they always have the man advantage. But like, to me, I don't think that makes sense as like the advantage. Like, to me, if I was in a War Games match, which will never happen, but if I was in a War Games or a Blood and Guts match, and my team gets the advantage, I'm going to be like, I let them have their dude come in first, because I want it. Because you can't. The match doesn't officially start until everybody's in the double cage. So like, I want my team to have the last person come in to start it, because then my team has the freshest dude that just walked in. Like, he hasn't gone through tables and chairs and glass and thumbtack shoes and shit. Like, he's coming in fresh. So, like, to me, that's the advantage. Like, this match was supposed to be BCC has the advantage, but then Ibushi was the last one to come in. I'm like, well, that's the advantage then. Like, he's fresh as a daisy and came in and just cold-cocked 3 dudes in a row, like, immediately. So, like, cool. I don't know how BCC had the advantage, but I don't know what anyone else thinks on that. That's like a thing I've always thought about. Like, the advantage is the wrong way around to me.
Yep. Yeah. For me too, and we can bash and keep bashing AEW, but it just seemed like everything was so quick. And then we got to the Blood and Guts match, and it's like, I don't know if I'm ready for this as a viewer. I don't know if that's how you felt, but I'm like,
I'm not trying to like bash on them. I don't mean to bash on AEW at all. I feel like it was just like this one in particular of the Blood and Guts.
We're gonna bash Devin.
Like,
come on in.
Like, it was the least exciting one to me, and I feel I agree with you with like the rest of it. Like, the Britt Baker match just didn't need to happen. Like, I love Britt Baker and all, but like, I don't need to see Britt Baker having squash matches against Kayla Sparks. She literally like gave her a suplex and then put her in the lockjaw, and that was the end of the match. I was like, oh, neat. Okay, that was the thing that happened. I'm glad Britt came out for that.
What do you think about this? Right, but the rest of the team would be more beaten down due to the one-man advantage. But then again,
the other team's 5 have already been in, so like all 5 of them have been in and have gotten like some beat down in. So even their last man has already gotten beaten down before you, who didn't have the advantage, now has a fresh guy coming in. So if he comes in like Takeshita and Wheeler did with a chair in hand, he's fresh as a daisy, swinging for the fences, just knocking bitches out left and right, and there it is.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just something I've thought about that since they brought War Games back.
And even Kyle, I mean, even War Games, if we're going to get down to the nitty gritty, it is dumb. You know, the idea of it is just like, what are we doing? But it's entertainment. It's fun. You know, it's interesting to see these, you know, more than 2 people going one-on-one in a cage. Holy shit, it's 2 cages. Now it's blood. Now it's guts. Now it's, you know, different intervals and different things to make it more interesting. And it can get convoluted, as in like, what are we doing? Just put them all in the cage and fight, you know, like the Rumble.
I think that's the thing too. I think it's like the name Blood and Guts is weird to me. I don't know why it's called that. And then like, I don't know. I get that it's like, it's just like an older concept that like Dusty was just like, we need something new. So like, double cages, double rings, people outside coming in at different intervals. Like, cool. But like, I feel like it'd be a much more interesting stipulation if it was just like 5 guys in the one ring, 5 guys in the other ring, just like ding, 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 go, war, you know?
Yep.
You're absolutely, Kyle. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. It's just, you know, it's the 5th man can be whoever it is. Whoever the booker said's going to win is going to win.
Yeah.
So,
it was cool. It was cool to see. I just, as much as Moxie bleeds and as much as everybody complains, I love watching him, man. It's just so fun.
Like, I forgot about that too. That was a highlight of the match for me also, is that when Moxley started bleeding early on, because he was the third one in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the third one in for BCC. I think it was Excalibur or it was Shivani. One of them just went, they're like, Moxley's bleeding, and Shivani or Excalibur just went, well, it's the day that ends in Y. Like, called him out immediately for the fact that he just constantly bleeds. Yes, I did know that. I still hate the name, though. I know they can't use War Games.
I did not.
Yeah, WWE called him out of saying AEW was just all blood and guts. Yeah, but
there you go. What was his excuse? Did you hear that?
For what?
For blood and guts for the women's. I think it was what's her face is injured or something.
It's been all kinds of nonsense with it. Cornette went off being like, people don't want to see women doing those things.
Yeah, but he said something today. Hold on, let me get the video.
Yeah.
Justin, what did he say? But he said something along the lines of,
said, I'll get it, and then told Justin again.
Statliner is hurt and it wouldn't make sense. I read the quote earlier today, but I didn't comprehend it because
Statliner's back. Oh yeah, hater,
my man. See?
Hater. That's a whole. We don't have to go into the women's division, but that's a whole thing too. Like, I feel like the whole women's division in AEW is a big.
Hey, Charles Smith, my man.
What's going on, man?
First time, long time. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for tuning in.
It's just like, that was one of those things, like watching this show, that I was just like coming back to, of just being like, the women's division in AEW, like, more than I don't want to go off on it. I go off on shit about women's divisions all the time, because it's like, I feel like both in AEW and in WWE, but like, it's way worse in AEW right now, that it's like, they like can't, neither company seems to like be able to like make a compelling enough storyline for women that doesn't revolve around a belt.
Yeah.
Like, WWE is doing better now because like they got Trish and Becky doing their thing and stuff.
Yeah, but Tim had.
But like in AEW, it's just like right now, it's literally just like, here's Britt Baker squashing Kayla Sparks. That's our women for the evening.
Yeah.
Like, cool, because Jamie Hayter's hurt. Like, okay, you still have your TBS champion. Chris Statlander did a backstage segment where she's like, I'm going to wrestle on Rampage. Like, okay, I get it, because Rampage is on TBS and it's a TBS title, but like, anything else, like, they have like literally unless I'm completely wrong, and someone by all means call me out if I am, but like the only AEW things I can think of going on storyline wise were all around either the TBS title, the Ring of Honor women's title, the women's world title, or the Owen Hart Memorial Cup. Like,
and Ricky got his time. Baby,
exactly.
I love it.
That was huge.
Yes.
But like, you got to be able to like do more.
I love you, Devin.
They do. I love NXT. Yeah. I'll take that one to the grave. I'm not saying I love one more than the other. I fucking love watching NXT every week. They do it well. Yeah. Even though some of it doesn't make sense sometimes, there's at least other stuff going on.
Yeah.
That's not just like, you have a belt, we're girls, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sucks because the women's talent in both companies is really good. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. You just need.
I said I wasn't going to rant, and then I did.
Yeah. You just need to find the time. And it just doesn't seem like they want to put all their efforts into the women's division. You bring back Sriracha, you have Britt go one-on-one, have a match on Dynamite, which is a big deal for Britt, because they're Charlotte. They're only one that can and will do whatever Tony, wants her to do, basically, to make the division better. At the end of the day, it was fun, but for me, I don't know. It seemed rushed. It seemed like they were doing it to get the eyes on the product, and when they do something like that, it's not going to be a success. And I think that's what it was. And again, look at who was in the match. Yes, you got Omega. Yeah, you got John. Yeah, you got Cesaro, or not Cesaro, whatever his name is. You got the big names. But then you don't. Some people don't know the New Japan guys. Some people don't know these guys. And it's just like, Jericho was in it and he fell from the cage. Oh my God, that's amazing. That's awesome. That's what you need. It just felt rushed, you know?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, it just, there wasn't anything like.
What the hell's Cesaro's name?
Claudio Castagnoli.
Claudio. There we go. Jesus. Yep.
But yeah, you know, like I said, I always enjoy watching them, but this one just didn't do as much for me as past ones have. But
yeah,
moving on.
Let's see what Cage has. Wasn't the whole storyline with the trio and non-title? Yeah. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Let's get to the next topic here. Let's talk injuries. Bayley and Liv Morgan injured. ... Once again. I love this photo, man. Look how young they were. Jesus.
Seriously.
That's when she was dating Enzo.
Oh, that was a thing. Yeah. Jesus. That's a thing that happened.
I bring this up just because I think it's a fun topic to discuss because this has happened more than once, more than twice to Bayley at least. I don't know how many times Liv has gotten injured, but it seems like it's on a regular basis here.
She just came back.
Is this going to hinder their career? I mean, yeah, Liv just won the titles again and she lost them again. But it just seems like if Bayley was healthy, maybe Bayley would have won the Money in the Bank. Maybe Bayley would have won the tag team titles one more time. Maybe they would have put more eggs or I guess more trust in her to stay healthy in order to continue the storyline and to, have a storyline that doesn't end in she's hurt, we got to drop the title. She's hurt, we got to end the storyline. I feel like if you're, someone like The Miz who's constantly there, doesn't get hurt as much as, Bayley or Liv Morgan, you're going to get the time. Maybe it's not the time he wants. Maybe he doesn't want to do Miz TV every week. Maybe he wants to go one-on-one for the title, for the US, for the IC title. But he's a mainstay. He's always on Raw. If it's, interviewing whatever, Seth this week, Logan next week, he's there. So consistency with everything, I think, is what gets you to the promised land, is what gets you to, if you're talking about sports, it gets you to the World Series, it gets you to the Super Bowl. If you're consistent, if you stay with it, you will, they will use you. They will, have you go one-on-one with someone like Trish at a SummerSlam.
Right.
But she's always hurt. She's consistently hurt. And I think it's hurting her career. I think at this point, what do you do, Keith? I mean, what do you do if you're Trips or Vince or whoever the hell is writing?
Right.
What do you do? What do you do with someone that has such a big name, but you can't do anything with her because she's injury prone? I mean, it's just like the running backs in the NFL. You can't give them a shit ton of money because you just don't know. And that's kind of what we got with Liv and Bayley, right? Like you just don't know.
I think I hear you, and I don't disagree with that at all. I think it's a little different with Bayley than it is with Liv, because Liv at this point now is literally she came back, she won the title, she dropped the title, she's hurt again. So like that one's tough. That's like almost like Samoa Joe-esque from back in the day and stuff, or Chelsea Green when she first time around.
That's a good one right there.
But I mean, Chelsea's also kind of proof that like it can get better if you can get better. I don't think it's as much of a concern with Bayley because Bayley is one of the original 4 horsewomen of NXT and everything. So like she's got that kind of stuff behind her, and not like putting down Liv on the mic or anything like that. Cause like, I don't think she's the best. I don't think she's the worst though or anything either. No. But like Bayley can be hurt and do almost, I mean, it's like the 8th time I brought her up today, but like she can do like Britt Baker did when Britt Baker hurt her foot and was like, fighting, like coming out as like the role model. I mean, Bayley was the role model at the time also for a different thing, but like,
but is this worrisome?
Bayley's the kind of one.
Yeah.
I mean, because like it's worrisome like for anybody though. I mean, whether it's, Bayley and Liv or, I'm trying to think of someone else who's like had a bunch. Like it's worrisome for anybody getting injuries like pretty close together.
And what about Raquel too? What's her face got hurt? Liv got hurt twice. What's the one Aaliyah? No.
Aaliyah, yeah.
Aaliyah, yes. She got hurt. I mean, it doesn't help, man. It does not help. It's really interesting to see what happens. I mean, obviously, I think not obviously, but I think Bayley is a Hall of Famer. Yeah. I don't know, man. It just seems
worrisome.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like worrisome for anybody, even if you're the friggin' Rock. Like if you're getting injured a bunch, it's like it's worrisome. But like I think it's so much more dependent upon like what you can do with that. You know what I mean? Like it's like friggin' Orton back in the day when like Orton first came up. Him getting injured was like one of the best things that happened in his career because he came up and he was doing the old Barry O friggin' hand thing. He was like crap, and then he sort of started turning heel. He got his shoulder surgery and then was doing RTV or whatever it was and doing like the update on his shoulder every week and like drawing heat where it's just like, cool, like you're hurt. That sucks. But like, if we can keep you around and keep you relevant and keep people interested in what you're doing and you can keep them that way too, like grab them by the balls for it, then like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
It sucks you get injured so often, but like if you can do the stuff for it, friggin' that was how, I mean, granted, it was like
missing
a kayfabe
so
thing,
many.
but like,
yeah.
But that's what I mean. Depending on what it is and what she or they are willing to do with it all, is it's like, it's a worry, but like, it's not really like, but the original Bob Orton wore a cast forever because he always had a broken arm. Like, give that to somebody now. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's like different with like a foot or something, but like,
work the gimmick.
Have Bayley have like consistently hurt ribs, so she wears like a wrap up and she's wearing a friggin' plate in there, like Bret Hart did to Goldberg in WCW. So, you know, she goes to get clothesline and it's like, oh, damn, my arm. And she's like, yeah. Like, bring that shit kind of back. You know what I mean? It's so much more. It's worrisome to get, it's worrisome for anybody to be injured as often as anybody else would be. But that's like, you know, whatever else. It's the price you pay because it ain't ballerina or it ain't ballet.
Yeah.
And like,
pal.
What you do with it is what happens with it is dependent on your ability or willingness or their willingness to help you keep it going.
Yeah, I just think. I mean, this might be common sense or like knowledge. Like everybody knows this, but it is hurting Bayley's career. Like I said, she could have
She's
had
the last one to get called up.
Yeah. I just don't know what you do, man. I don't, as much as this is not ballerina and we joke about that, you still need to stay healthy to be in the game. You still need to be there. You still need to be, you know, they still need to at least have some trust in you to push somebody or something if you're in Bayley's position. She tried that with Damage Control and, you know, that fell flat. I don't know if that's what the idea was, because that's when they came back. I think that was at WrestleMania. They formed, right? And then Bayley, I think, was still injured then. So she was kind of like the manager. And now she's hurt again. You know, like.
That was SummerSlam last year.
God damn it. I'm missing.
It's all right. It's all right.
SummerSlam? I'm
pretty sure it was SummerSlam last year. Justin.
Yeah.
Where's that video? Help us out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was SummerSlam last year that Damage Control happened.
You get what I'm saying. Yeah. They put Damage Control together because Bayley's a big name and, you know, the other two are really good in ring. And it just, I don't know. Didn't work for me. Didn't work for a lot of people. Maybe they sold a lot of merch. I don't know why they're still together. If they are, it seems like
they're waiting for Dakota to come back to like make it more of a story.
Yeah.
Which I don't know when that's going to be.
Yo, that's Bam Bam Baby. What's up, brother? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate that. We got fans, Keith. We got fans.
Thank you, Cage. Tommy, Hideo Itami's a great example of the injury thing. Dude was literally, that's bad. Fucking Kenta couldn't make it.
We're gonna need a Batman thing for Cage. It was SummerSlam. You know what, Cage? Go blank yourself. They all came back at the same time. Damage. Yeah. Okay, we got it. Oh, yes. I agree with you.
Damage could be good. They could be really good. But
it's because of Bayley.
So confused of how they're booking them.
Nope, it's all Bayley. Since I've been messing up.
Bayley. Dakota's hurt. What are you talking about?
Since I've been saying
Whatever.
SummerSlam and WrestleMania, let's
Yes.
get to it. We're not going to discuss every match. Well, I guess maybe we can. There's only 2. Cody Rhodes going one-on-one with Brock Lesnar, and Seth freaking Rollins going one-on-one with Finn Balor. There are rumors that what's his face? Logan will go one-on-one with Ricochet, and they'll do that first because what's his face? His other brother. What's his Logan?
Jake.
Jake is going one-on-one with Nick Diaz, I think. That'll be cool. It will not waste my money to watch that. But SummerSlam heating up. It's in Detroit. I think they're bringing back that, big fight feel for SummerSlam like we had with NXT when they were involved. I feel like that was the last time we were excited for something like this. SummerSlam is back. They're going to Detroit. It looks like it's going to be a really, really fun event. But the 2 matches we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
But
that means anything.
They'll fix them. They'll fix that all up quick. I think Logan and Ricochet is definitely going to happen. I've heard a lot of rumors going around too, which
Drew and what's his face?
I'm iffy on. Well, yeah, there's Drew and boom, Randy News Network. That was it. RNN. Thank you, Tom. My man, still holding it down for us down under.
Yeah, Brock should be the winner.
But so it was there. I think Logan Ricochet is going to happen.
I don't give a shit, Cage. I'm sorry.
Drew Gunther's going to happen. And then I also heard, going against Theory. LA Knight and Theory for the US
and he
title,
would take that. He would take the title.
Yeah, which is cool, but come on. I want more.
Yeah, we're big Theory fans, so yeah.
I am a big Theory fan, but I'm an even bigger LA Knight fan. So
yeah. It's heating up. It's the summer. Bomb. It's gonna be cool. Again, as much as we've seen Seth and Finn multiple times, we've seen Brock and Cody multiple times. It's gonna be different because it's gonna be Cody and Brock at SummerSlam, and they're gonna try and sell that. So what do? You make it, no holds barred or a steel cage or Hell in a Cell. They're going to do something. There's going to be something there that is going to make it more interesting. Because as of right now, I wouldn't pay to see Brock versus Cody.
Brock and Cody should be a Texas Bull Rope match in honor of Dusty, which I think with the documentary coming out and all, might be something that
tie it in, baby. That makes money. Yeah, it's going to be nuts. I will give you that.
Logan Paul and Ricochet. I hate giving Logan Paul props. Yeah. I am too. I hate giving him props because
I was there live, Tom.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Randy versus Kali. Was it Randy? No, it was Randy
versus
and
Jinder.
Oh my God, dude. It was
the modern day Maharaja, my friend.
Maharaja. Yeah, that was bad.
And then the Great Khali came back.
Yes, he did.
We were all clamoring for it, and they delivered.
They delivered like usual. Yeah, you guys, I'm rushing. Oh, fuck.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
It's fine.
We love you. We love everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
Santino Marella is going to take Roman. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I think it might be a problem with Impact, but still.
That was a good debut. That was probably one of the best debuts with his red shoes. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. The Milan Miracle.
Buddy, thank you for tuning in. We love you.
Yeah.
We don't, I wouldn't say that, but I should just shut up. Let's get to the next topic. Let's get to the next topic here. Jim Ross, the old timers, Nash last week, JR this week, Cornette every other week.
Nash did apologize though.
He did.
That's very
wow.
He came out. I forget what the exact quote was, but he came. He did another. He had another quote on his click.
Matthew, thank you.
Something being like,
Oh shit! I'm sorry if we lost you as a fan. I do apologize. Matthew, thank you for tuning in. He did apologize. That's cool. But you know what? As much as I don't agree with Nash, and I don't always agree with Cornette, I agree with JR here. And he said the DDT should be a finishing maneuver, should be the last move, should be the final, should be the signature move for that superstar, for that wrestler. And I mean, we talk about this all the time. I mean, should the super kick be a finisher? We've seen the super kick party. I mean, it is the entrance theme for the Young Bucks. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Like, I mean, even submissions nowadays are not finishers, and they should be finishers. It just seems like that is the past, and what we do now is, 3 or 4 super kicks. Okay, he's done. Nope, one more. 5. What? No, 6. No, 7. No, double. No, triple clothesline. It's like, what are we doing? Just finish the guy. Right. I get it in certain matches. I mean, we brought this up with, was it Nick? Where we asked how many finishers. It was the stupid questions, remember, at the end of the set.
Right.
Yeah. And he said it depends. I think he said it depends. No, maybe it was Davey.
I think it was Davey.
Yeah. He said it depends. It depends on the situation. Yeah. I disagree. 1 DDT should be fine. 1 super kick should be fine. We don't need 2 or 3. But then again, different time, the times are changing. It's not going to happen.
I think that's what it comes down to. So, like, I actually, before we linked up and everything here with us,
we love you too, buddy.
My old blog, right on.
Look,
my old blog there, exactly. So there's an article on there that I wrote that was called "The 10 Former Finishers That Have Lost Their Way," literally talking about this, about like how the DDT used to be a finisher and everything like that, and like, when it comes around, the big one, the whole reason I wrote it on there, the whole reason I wrote that whole thing was because for me it was the pedigree. The pedigree, was a finisher, and Seth even used it as a finisher and stuff. But now Seth uses it just in the middle of a match, and I don't know, Justin might be able to come through for us about the last time that Seth won a match with the pedigree. But it's been a long, long ass time. He still breaks it out all the time, which is cool to keep seeing it, but like, that was literally Reign of Terror, dude. Like, that was a world beater. He hit Booker T with one of them and took like 20 minutes to crawl over and pin him, and Booker T didn't kick out at WrestleMania. Bring that up. Yeah. Right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, it was just like, that used to be this world beater, and now it's not. And I think it's especially, I know we're not talking about that with like the DDT. Clearly, it's a whole different ballgame. But like,
finishers in general.
It's part of how it all like evolves. It's like, in a lot of ways, I don't disagree with JR necessarily, but so much more of it is our fault than anything else. Like, Roddy Piper's finisher was a sleeper hold. If somebody ended a match with a sleeper hold, like nowadays, like one time, it'd be cool. One time out of nowhere to see someone like a Brock, just like someone with I'm trying to even think of someone else, Otis. Like, seeing Otis, like, if I don't want it to happen, but if like American or Alpha Academy ever breaks up and Otis just chokes out with his big beefy arms, he chokes out Gable. Yeah. Awesome. That'd be cool. That'd be an awesome thing to see one time. But then if you're going to try to push Otis as a heel after the fact and his finisher is the sleeper, no one's buying that. Nobody. Yeah. Because it's a thing in the middle where it's just like, oh, you're tired. Cool. All right, let's breathe. And then we're going to do this. And we're going to, like, it's the talking move. It's the rest hold.
Yeah.
So, like, that's just how the time goes. If Hogan comes back now, no one's buying him beating anybody with a leg drop, even though it's Hogan. It's a freaking leg drop. Yeah. Like, same thing with the elbow drop. God rest in peace, Macho Man. But like, I
mean, there's multiple moves, Keith. I mean, the spear, the choke slam, the power bomb.
The spear is probably the most like egregious with it, because the spear is still some people's finishers, but then other people like Ricky Starks uses it in the middle of a match to like set up to do the Rochambeau. Yeah. Like, is it a finisher or is it not? Like, it's all just, and I think so much of it depends on the person doing it too. Cause I even just said the elbow drop, but like Kairi Sane still does the insane elbow, and it looks awesome because she's so small. Yeah. She gets like 90 feet in the air off the top rope and like really puts a point down on them. So it's like, cool.
Well, what about the RKO? What is the Cody cutter? The Jesus.
The diamond cutter.
Diamond cutter. It's just like, you're right. Times are changing. You're not going to, Braun Strowman is not going to get, hit with the spear one time and it's going to be over. Maybe Strowman's not the right example. Maybe a Lashley, I mean, even the spine buster back in the day was a finisher. Now they just do it to set up another move,
But it's also coming around because now Powerhouse Hobbs uses it as his finisher. And like, But that's another one where it's like you just said. I mean, yeah, if Hobbs like was to pick up, a Paul White and gives him a spine buster.
Yeah, Big Bill.
Like, I'm not going to know that exactly. Picks up Big Bill, better example. Gives Big Bill a spine buster and Big Bill doesn't kick out. I'm kind of like, that's weird. Okay. But in that same vein, you get Hobbs picking up like Darby Allin, giving Darby Allin the spine buster with his force and everything. Yeah, Darby's going to die from that. Well,
yeah.
Maybe not because Darby's insane, but like somebody that size, friggin' Fuego del Sol, even though he's not there anymore, Fuego del Sol getting a spine buster from Powerhouse Hobbs, he's done for.
Yeah.
I believe that. I think it just depends so much more on the person. And
even what you said, I mean, this would be interesting if someone could do like a report on this, just to see like why the times have changed, why certain signature moves just don't get the job done. Again, like you said, maybe it's a little bit of the fans. Maybe it's us. Yeah, I think it's a little bit of everything. You want to extend the main event so you get that ooh and the ahs and the the crowd reaction. That's what you want. That's why Cody couldn't finish Roman with the third whatever he calls it. It just it sells just like the merchandise. It sells. And here, if you're sitting there, you're watching it, it sells. It you just want the match to continue, and that's what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's I think so much of it is just it's our own friggin' bloodlust for stuff.
Yeah.
It's like because I mean it's us, it's anything really. Like if everyone and their mother is coming out and doing a DDT, like finishing with a DDT, the third match in, you're just gonna be like, okay, great. Like, that's your finisher. Wonderful. Don't care anymore. Give me something new.
Yeah.
And, and then that's where you get, like, your Future Shock DDT from back in the day or Andrade's the Hammerlock, the Hammerlock DDT. Like,
yeah.
Those kind of ones. Like, you get your little variations on stuff. And, like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But, I'm not – I hate still so much to this day when Jericho wins with the Walls of Jericho.
Or that the elbow.
It's a Boston Crab. Yeah. He does a Boston Crab. That's pathetic. Yeah. I want him to bring back using the Lion Tamer again. That was so much cooler when it's like the half up and he like kneels on his head and all. Like that was dope.
Yeah.
Same thing, but like so much cooler. Just start doing that again. Instead, you just sit out and I'm like, all right, it's not 1980 anymore, dude. Like people do Boston Crabs. People do Boston Crabs as like transition holds now, as rest hold stuff. So it's like you just got to keep it fresh.
You evolve exactly. With catering to the audience. You evolve with, like you said, the leg drop is not going to finish anyone. It's just not going to happen. It's not believable, and it won't have the match end the way the fans want to. And you want the fans to go home happy. And that's what we're going to do here. We're wrapping up WrestleBread live tonight at 9 p.m. EST, baby. Let's get to the second to last topic here. Nick Aldis, we had him on the podcast, the first free agency interview. That was the UWPod. He is leaving Impact, and is he WWE bound? Again, the rumors are rumors. They want him as a producer, not as a wrestler. I think that is dumb. I think he could go one-on-one with Roman. I think he could go one-on-one with Theory, with Gunther. I don't see him winning.
Run it back with Cody again, man. He talked about that with us. Check out the interview. He talks about him and Cody having the match for the NWA title and what it was supposed to be.
Woo! Yes,
Let's
tonight
do it again.
At 9 p.m. As much as he may not be a fan favorite, I think I might be a little biased because I just love who Nick Aldis is. I love the man he is as in his profession. I love the way he represents himself. Even with Mickey does a hell of a job with doing, what she needs to do for Impact. She retired, but the way she retired, the way that she, the way they do their thing, Keith, the way they family people, they're really people respect them in the business. I want him to have a run with the WWE. I don't want him to be a Hurricane Helms or a Kenny Dykstra. Kenny! I want him to be the Nick Aldis that will go, to go one-on-one with the Roman Reigns, with the Codys, with the Seths. I mean, he can do it. He is great in the ring, and obviously he is great on the mic. I don't want him to be a producer. I mean, then again,
Agreed.
What the hell is he doing? He was there he was with Impact for what, a hot minute, and now he wants to be a producer with the WWE. Keith, something ain't adding up here.
Yeah, because he was doing it so long though. Again, check out our interview when he talks about it. He was doing so much behind the scenes stuff with NWA when he was there. So like, oh, JD, I like that. I would let's put him in LA Knight. Him and LA Knight in the program.
Yeah,
run it back. Eli Drake, NWA. Yeah, shoes of a champion. See the shirt, shoes of a champion.
He still has something left in the tank, Keith. That's all
absolutely.
I'm saying.
And he's
I don't want him to produce my matches.
What you need, we talk about we just talked about all the evolution stuff and everything, but like he's such a throwback that like, you know, we see Logan and Ricochet and everyone flipping around and all this kind of stuff and everything, and then all this rolls in is just like, I'm gonna wrench your arm. I'm gonna pull your arm out of its socket, and then you know, like. We're going to go from there. I'm going to punch the crap out of you until you can't breathe. Like, that's going to be it.
That's why he fits so well with NWA.
That's why, like, that's why we love FTR. That's their whole point. They were the revival. They come out with their theme is still one of my favorite in all of wrestling right now. The old it's awesome.
The tech,
and they got it's just killer. Like, you know, I would take all this in Ring of Honor.
Get out of here, Thom.
I would take him in there.
No.
He could elevate that.
WWE, he's going to beat Roman at WrestleMania 40.
Wherever he goes, just don't make him a freaking producer or
a face.
Whatever. Like, just let him wrestle. Let him keep fighting. He's still got it going, man.
Please, one more
great body of work, man.
Match. One more match. This is awesome. I hate those fucking chants. Keith, anything on Aldous, if you're watching, thank you for tuning in.
Mind-blowing if you're somehow watching us. That'd
be crazy,
baby.
Should we get to the last segment of the night?
Let's wrap it here.
Let's do it. Social Media Minute.
Social Media Minute.
I mean, Keith, we talked about LA Knight for, 30 minutes out of
30 minutes every time.
Out of the hour here. So this week's Social Media Minute, I found this guy on TikTok, Keith, and he mashed LA Knight's catchphrase with music videos, and it's really, really funny. We can only play like 5 seconds, but let's get to the first one.
Give
me your favorites. Here we go.
Yeah.
That's not it. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just great. I mean, you can add his catchphrase to anything.
That's the best.
Yeah. Let's get to the next one.
Yeah. Keep them rolling.
Yeah. 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 Let me talk.
Yeah. I mean, anything.
Yes. Beautiful. There's what is it? Roll the next one, because there's another one you had sent me.
Yeah.
Just great.
It's KO's favorite.
Even country. And here's the last one.
Yeah.
So that last one is the first one that I saw that I was like, oh, this
You know what?
This is brilliant.
I didn't upload the Nelly one. I think that's the one you're talking about.
You sent me. Yeah, it was the I think it's Chris Brown.
Oh, Chris Brown.
That's a great one. Just find him on TikTok. If you guys TikTok, go find this guy. I don't know if you got his name, but they're amazing. There's a lot of great stuff LA Knight wise going on TikTok.
Let's see. I'm gonna get it. I have it here. Here we go. This is the one. This is the best one, I think. Come on, process. There we go. Yeah. There's one more too. We got to do it. You know what? We got a few minutes before JD goes on. JD, 9:00 EST on the Bloodline. Here's the last one, Keith.
What?
Yeah.
The what in the beginning makes it even better. It's
all
awesome.
right. Let's check out the comments before we leave here. He took a short-term cage. We don't give a shit. Tom, thanks for tuning in. Anything can happen in the WWE. That is true. Mother Russia. Let's see. Faction Cast. You showed up finally, bro. Come on, man. Tell your favorite promotion to put me on TV in per minute row. Yes. Fight forever. Yes. Keith, let's get out of here.
Yeah, man.
Give the people what they want. How can they find you?
So aside from being all over the Bloodline Entertainment Network and the UW podcast info that you're seeing all down below here, I'm on Twitter at Keith of the Ring. I'm also on Instagram at _Keith of the Ring, even though I'm not on there all that much. I'm talking now, Cage. I got you, bud. I'm also I shared it on my Twitter today, but I'm doing TikTok now too. I got a separate, just wrestling related one at Keith of the Ring on TikTok also. I don't got a whole lot up there now, but I'll get there. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Yeah. Yes, sir. You can find us on Twitter at TheUWPod, Insta at UWPodcast. We do have a fancy website, UWPod.com. You can find our every episode of the UWPod and every video episode of the broadcast. And of course, you're watching us on the Bloodline Entertainment Network. You can find them on Twitch, Twitter, Kick. Keith, help me. Twat, Insta, MySpace, Facebook, Bookface. Help me out here, bro.
You can say twat on it on the internet anymore.
Yeah.
Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, Kick. I think we got carrier pigeons in the works too. You'll see them flying in your neighborhood soon.
I think this is Nash. Nash, get off of the YouTube, please. Yep. Anything else to tell the people? The millions.
And millions. Y'all have a good rest of your week.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Yeah, baby.
And here it comes.
Thank you for listening to another edition of the Universal Wrestling Podcast.
Slice that blood up and say.
Check us out on the web at UWPod.com.
You've got mail.
Or send us an email. info@UWPod.com. Universal Wrestling Podcast.